terms of like Huoshuan way to play the games, right? 46 heals. What is that actually? What is the problem actually?
I mean, like
46?
46 kills is like maybe at the late game even,
Yeah.
because from the second circle going to the sixth circle, Chinese Taipei doesn't move anywhere else, and they're just shooting towards all the teams that try to catch their compound, try to occupy their compound, and I think that's one of the special thing coming from Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, you know what, Eldoge?
What
if
is that?
I can be like in a mode of like our beloved friends, which is Junior, I want to say from the beginning that I saw Huoshuan guarding up the rooftop area.
Okay.
With Morocco being in the lower side of the region itself,
Okay.
I knew exactly the Chinese Taipei is gonna win this game.
Oh, Dona Visca.
Yeah, because like you know what, it's kind of deja vu for me because I think I saw this exact position being played by PMGC's team, or if not PMGC, it is PMPL Indonesia actually.
Any Pro League, yeah.
And in Pro League, actually, it works. And this exact position being the Chinese Taipei on top of the Morocco itself is like very, very similar. And the one who won the game is actually, in this Chinese Taipei's position.
Yeah, I mean, it is predicted actually from Morocco to shoot towards players on the top of the compound, because you know there are a lot of shots coming from Morocco before, but again, it is not easy. It is not easy to take down one of the players that are searching for the elimination. In that case, Huoshuan from Chinese Taipei towards Morocco, because he is at the huge or the biggest amount of awareness, and he really wants the position coming from Morocco. Yeah, you know what I mean, Dona Visca. But
Yep, exactly.
before we are going to the last game of the day, which is Miramar,
Yep.
we are going to say thank you again to all sponsors, because without the sponsors, this amazing event can't be this well or this amazing. So thank you so much to our main sponsor, JHL Group, sponsored by also JHL Auto, Nusapay, DAS, Gudang Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina, Hydro Coco, Antis, Prosa, and Sofel. Official telco partner Telkomsel, official smartphone partner Samsung Galaxy S series, like you already see on your screen. Then official internet service provider IndiHome, travel management partner HIN, and hotel partner Habitat Hotel, and our beloved venue Merusaka Hotel.
As well as we have our esports broadcaster partner Mineski Global back there, the amazing crew back there, and also Indonesia Football E-League, and also as well as ESID. We have also production partner, which is Lemon ID, and also media partner Trans7, the TikCom, Esports.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance TV, Dance Play, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and also Kami Bijak. And also we want to thank for our government for their support. So thank you so much, Kemenparekraf, Kemenpora, NOC Indonesia, KONI, and also Wonderful Indonesia.
Yep, thank you so much for all the support from the sponsor, from the government, because back again, IESF is not only about a competition, but it's like a meetup for esports enthusiasts all around the world, not only Indonesia, but all around the world. And yeah, we can make some dialogue, we can know how about the culture of esports from the other country, and I really like that, because this kind of ecosystem will help the esports grow better, not only bigger but better. So yeah, thank you so much IESF and all of the supporters for the event itself. So back to the PUBG Mobile, Chinese Taipei. I think it's safe to say, even though Chinese Taipei not performing quite well at Miramar, especially at Sanhok, these two winner chicken dinner, especially at the first day, will boost their points up to the high level when it comes to the leaderboard.
Exactly. And Chinese Taipei is gonna be like one of the strongest contender among all of the teams as well, or all of the countries as well after this.
I think Chinese Taipei so far is the closest one to be richer than the others.
because they're gonna take a major cut of the total prize pool itself, because you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, because like among all of the 16 teams here, right now, only top 3 is gonna take a cut from the prize pool itself, and the rest is gonna like enjoy Bali.
I mean, I never imagine if I have 50,000 bucks or 50,000 US dollar. I think I will make I will be an entrepreneur, you know.
Wait a minute.
And selling some jahe, you know.
Jahe is ginger.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 50,000 US dollar. Let's say.
Okay.
Grossly, you will take up to $10,000 because obviously you're gonna like party it out with all of your teammates,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And also maybe some taxes, and also maybe some like for the organization.
Oh yeah,
organization.
I forget this is a team
Yeah.
game.
You're not gonna take a whole $50,000 by
forgot about
yourself, El Doge. What?
So sorry.
Oh my. Everybody, so don't want. So you don't actually like.
How can I forget though?
Yeah.
We are playing with the other 3 teammates.
It's not okay for you to be a teammate with El Doge actually.
So that way I become the casters. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Because if you're being the player, become the player, you're gonna take a haul
Prize
from
pool.
the prize.
Yeah, from the prize itself. I'm so selfish, you know.
So maybe this is
So
like
stingy
the
too.
yeah. So maybe this is like the downfall of TTM era because like
Yeah, no, there is never downfall of TTM because there's no investor and there's no achievement. So it's just for gimmick, guys.
because like after your teammates hearing this,
Uh-huh.
I think like they don't want to be a teammate of yours anymore.
No, they love me because my calls, you know.
What?
I'm a good IGL actually.
Ah, okay. Good IGL.
The loud one.
The loud one.
Yeah.
Gonna take a haul of the price.
No.
No? Okay.
I just forget. So
Okay,
sorry.
So no? No haul?
No, I think 10K is actually a big numbers too.
Yeah, actually. So yeah. There's no downfall for TTM, so
No,
TTM is back
no.
on track now. After El Doge said he's not gonna take a cut of the price itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna get ready into the last game of the day, which is gonna happen in Miramar. Before you get out from this game,
Get out, get out.
before you take a break, El Doge, and we're
Okay.
gonna switch with Chuchu. What is your prediction in this last?
Jordan for sure.
Jordan is gonna
Jordan, they are so creative. They are not depending towards the circle. They can move proactively. And I really like every single game, even though they are not reaching the top 3, we can say, but still with a lot of points. I guess Jordan have the mentality of collecting a lot of points with their strategy, with their condition. So Miramar maybe for Jordan. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's
Even
Indonesia right now. The
Okay.
player. Some intermezzo, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But well, even though like the latest Miramar or the previous Miramar won by Brunei, do you
Okay.
think that Brunei still got the chance to win this game?
I mean, Brunei, if they manage to go towards the late game, at least with only 3 players, they are a big threat towards all the other teams. Because what I really like about Brunei is how well they can play when it comes to team fight. And the second one, when I witnessed today, Brunei really stepping up their gameplay when it comes to the third party. The third
yeah.
party is so smooth coming for Brunei. It's like seeing Saudi Arabia at the first day of play-ins.
Ah, yeah, so nasty, the
Yeah.
third party. But talking about Saudi Arabia, where are they actually in terms of like third party in other teams?
Third
Because, like,
party in, yeah.
because like
yeah.
I didn't see that much of the that kind of like plays being played by Saudi Arabia. But anyway, we're gonna see the last game. The Miramar is gonna be played by the teams now. So thank you so much, El Doge, and
Thank
I think
you.
we're gonna have a little bit of a switch in terms of the shoutcaster now. And welcome to the last game of the day, Miramar, as our 5th game now. And who's gonna take the winner chicken dinner? As we see, the flight path is gonna cut a little bit towards, not a little, but extremely towards the southest area of the map itself. So welcome, Choo Choo.
Oh, I'm not Aldogi.
No.
Yeah, our doggy changed her voice
Yeah.
into a girl now.
Suddenly.
Suddenly, our doggy became El Chuchu.
El Chuchu. Welcome, El Chuchu.
El Chuchu is here, so we're going to be on the southern part of Miramar mostly. It's going to be a really tricky one if it happens to be northern circle. Now, imagine if that's going to be a Torre Ahumada circle, that's going to be a lot of problems. Well, we do have a lot of teams that's really happy to flight path, including in this case, that's going to be the side of Vietnam, definitely, and one more team. I forgot who was it earlier, but we do have contenders early on in the first few phases. Now, a lot of teams happen to be dropping way up south, way down south. You're talking about even including coming up from the side of Storm, which is going to be the side of Brazil, chasing the tails of the Vietnam team. Puerto Paris, do have Chinese Taipei, and the others are just scattered around in the center of, sort of this map.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I forgot to to put down my mic. Yep. And we'll see that the first circle is gonna go towards the western area, but one of the players from Team Vietnam is still up there, I believe, and Team Brazil managed to notice that one man, and with that kind of information, Brazil know exactly that they are surrounded by Team Vietnam for now.
Yep, they happen to be dropping in the same spot here. Not a great start for both teams, apparently, if they keep on giving too much commitment on that sort of a fight. Back to the side of Picardo, we do have Saudi Arabia taking over the compound by themselves, uncontested, so this is a good start for them. Now, I'm rooting for the side of Kazakhstan. Which team were you with again just now?
For now, for this Miramar is actually El Doge going for Brunei. I'm gonna go for Kazakhstan.
Oh, we're the same then. Hey,
Yeah,
up top.
yeah.
Got power. Let's go, Kazakhstan.
Yeah, because Kazakhstan did pretty well in the last Miramar, right? So the Miramar, the last Miramar or previous Miramar, Kazakhstan being not only the third party, but they were having like such a high confidence in terms of initiating a war.
I agree. When it comes to Erangel, it's always Chinese top the entire day.
Yeah.
So we can call them the kings of Erangel for day number one. But they're still kings tomorrow. We have no clue. But back to us, Miramar, can they have another go for the side of the Bruneians? Because they won the earlier Miramar previously.
Yeah.
But on top of Chumasera, I realized why the Vietnam team is not dropping where they used to, because the previous match as well in the first Miramar of the day, they did fought against Morocco for the same spot here, where Morocco just marked their territory. So coming up from Vietnam, they have to give away the compound, their usual drop spot, for the sake of their points as well, because right now the Vietnam team have been really good when it comes to positions, but when it comes to fights and CQC or being proactive to the entire map, trying to gain eliminations, they're not so much yet.
Yes, exactly. And this is we're approaching like the end of the day, and we're gonna wrap things up for today. 5 matches already been played by them, and if they didn't manage to take the points in total, like enough for them, it's gonna be like a hard day for them tomorrow, because the second day is gonna be like very, very different in terms of like the scenario is gonna be happening inside of each maps.
Well, it's the first day, Donna.
Yeah.
It's the first day. You know what? Lower expectations for Thursday, because the Thursday is where not everybody will be out.
Yeah.
When it comes to what they can offer to its table. But when it comes to the second day now, that's where things get feisty, because that's where a lot of experimental stuff for the teams that's up there, or even teams down there that are struggling to keep the boat afloat, will actually push themselves forward when it comes to second. Now, the third day will be the last push.
Yeah.
That's where everything matters. Every single point will be counted as a dime. On the side of Hessen Patron, we do have a Turkey side, which comprises of Fireflux players.
Yeah.
And nobody's been contested in so far from them. But the circle this time, I have to say, it's really generous based on the flight path. It's not that too far off either.
Yeah, actually, yes. And a lot of teams, a lot of players are going to have quite an easy, quote-unquote, time.
Is it really?
Quote-unquote. In terms of like the timing, the first or the early timing itself. And they're going to have such chill timing to do the rotation also for now inside of a lot of the teams.
Yeah, but the furthest one away I say is going to be South Korean team because right now they're right on top of Impala. The furthest one, that's not really that far off if you compare with all the other teams. Now, there's nobody dropping on the northern part. One of the many reasons Circle pops up quite early and the flap is just on the southern part, skew it all the way down south. So there's no reason for the players to go up unless they secure themselves a couple of vehicles just to loot up and build up their gears. They can do because the standard PUBG Mobile so is the same.
Yeah.
It's always about dropping off from the airplane, getting to your drop zone, getting towards your initial drop spot, build up your gears, and survive and have it a go. That's it. That's the normal, the usual, the most basic of PUBG Mobile, but it's never that easy.
Yeah, actually, yes, never that easy. Especially like every map that they play is actually like a whole different scenario or a whole different story because like we got a different flight path, we got a different first circle and also different second and also the afterwards circle as well. So yeah, and also it's kind of it can cause like a difference in terms of like the rotation itself that the players is gonna use for now. And talking about like this first day, I can only see like usually in other tournaments, especially in the official tournaments, we kind of see like a lot of early engagement happening a whole day, like the whole map that played by the players itself, but not with this tournament. Not in this tournament. That kind of thing or the aggression, the high aggressive movement by the players is only happen in the first map.
That's true.
In the first map,
If
yes.
you notice now, kind of marking their territories already for the players and the teams because there's no clashes too early on. Still 16 teams intact. Even the part of your South Korean team taking a bit of a blue zone when they're migrating for Impala. Now, this is still the first phase anyway. So the first circle, the first blue zone won't hurt as much. It's going to just ticking down by second of around 4% of HP per second. So they can take their own sweet time. It's more important for them to actually secure a couple of vehicles and make sure they have a very good path towards the navigation in the circle. Now, speaking of vehicles, it's so hard for us to actually see players having all 4 members in a team to secure 1 vehicle each.
Yeah, actually, and with this previous matches that we've been witnessing, like 4 different matches, I often see like 1 vehicle being used by more than 1 players, right? And that was, but that is not an ideal thing or an ideal situation to be used by the teams, especially in terms of the rotation, because that is really dangerous. I don't know, is it like because of the hard time to see or to search for vehicle, or is it because like they are too early to make a rotation like what Chinese Taipei and also Brazil did now, and just like that, and because of that they meet each other early on.
Just on the outskirts of, I think, around Minas de Vel right now. Brazil versus the side of Chinese Taipei. Dardin got himself a Mini 14 with a high ground. What a nice view up here. This is a vintage point that they needed coming up from Brazil's. Savan is trying to take down on the side of Chinese Taipei and at the same time try to bring back up to his feet, but a bit late for Nino to survive. They definitely secure 1 point here, and this is upsetting for the side of Brazil. They want to get a bit of a redemption. They're going to go for more.
Yes, they want to go for more, and a lot of Molotov and also a lot of grenade has been tossed by Team Brazil, and I believe that they still got a nice view or a nice point of view towards Team Chinese Taipei, and Chinese Taipei now also like getting ready, and I believe that they are ready as they toss 1 grenade, but Chang Fudo really need to be extra careful because he is so open. Dardin or Storm Dardin got their vision is really, really clear.
It's just the best point of view for the side of Dardin. He's so crucial, pivotal at this point. That's 1 coming up from the side of a Chinese Taipei or 1 team Esports here, having a bit of a tough spot because the support fire coming up from Dardin is just very crucial. It's a bit detrimental coming up from for the Chinese Taipei. They should have built since they don't have that much information, but they still keep it going. Brazil seems like they're winning, even though they're still facing heavy casualties. Gonna be the first one to be out. Chinese Taipei will be surprised here as they won themselves 2 chickens in a day. It feels a bit a hot and cold team for now.
The curse is real, actually. After you got winner chicken dinner, you got eliminated too soon, being the first out of the game. But we're gonna see the big clash coming in from Saudi Arabia. They managed to eliminate 2 of the players from Team Morocco now. For now, I think like the grand finalist is having a little bit of a hard time to really adapting well in this game. Meanwhile, the other strong contender that coming from the group stage is having already like adapting well here.
That's kind of true. Well, they got themselves extra 3 days to start with for the other teams playing in the play-in. So they definitely sort of have a general idea of all the other 10 teams for the teams playing in the for the play-ins. About the rotation, about how they think, about how they want to form when it comes to approaching to a certain compound and certain fight. But for the teams that just jump into the grand finals here, that's going to be a bit of a downside for them. But they still managed to secure a couple of eliminations as always. It just shows that even though they just tap into the match in day number 1 for the teams including Kazakhstan, Morocco, Indonesia, and even Brazil as well as Turkey, it just shows they are a different level entirely because they can adapt within short amount of time. All they need is just a tiny bit more time to have it a go. 2 teams taking the blues in. It's going to be Korea and Brazil in the meantime. Coming up from Jordan, Laith with an M416, spotted out 1 team across them. They might be in the center of attention right now. There are 3 teams surrounding them, including Iraq and Indonesia at the same time.
Yes, Indonesia, can they fight for Jordan face-to-face for now? Because in the previous matches, they seems like kind of have a bit of a confusion going on around them in terms of like rotation itself and also the touchdown position. And for now, especially the zone shifted away from them not too far. But the other side though, Team Five Flags or Team Turkey has been spotted down by Team Maldives.
Back to it, Maldives, Mori. Just going to hop on that buggy, making sure he can actually bail this play safely. But Bruneians, the Brunei Darussalam team, they're waiting on the high ground. Shako having his hawk view from above. Mori making sure he got himself that compound building to take covers with. Adi follow pursuit. But the problem is, how did they get any information from this sort of view? It's just one story, just everybody else on top of them. It's going to be a bit of a problem if they've been pressured left, right, and center from above.
Yeah, that is such a disadvantage for them. But the other side, though, 1 million or Team Morocco has been shutting down 1 by 1 player from Pakistan. But back on the side towards Team Brunei versus Team Maldives. Meanwhile, Team Morocco has been eliminated. Not only them, but Team Vietnam is also having a trouble in the early game because Kazakhstan is there. Kazakhstan has pocketed 2 elimination points already.
Having a good start here this time for Kazakhstan. Definitely they want to have another go when it comes to Miramar. Closing off in the first match earlier of Miramar. Didn't secure that much of a chicken in the last minute. Now they try to hunt down the rest of the Vietnam players. Just next to him, it's going to be Axer and Twanzi having a bit of a brawl. Axer just going to cook up the nade within just 2 more seconds. He's going to toss it around, but it's just going to be a bit too late. He spotted out Twanzi. Twanzi just having a CQC head-on fight. He got an Axer. It just took him too long to cook the nade.
Oh my god, but Twanzi though, he's been shut down now. And Team Vietnam only left with 1 man standing by Team Kazakhstan. Not only they see 1 team, but also seeing the South Korea team really going or strolling around the area of themselves. But now Team Kazakhstan, they got their time to can revive Axer.
Yep, well, he's actually trying to revive his teammate. He's opening up the space for 6 for the rest of Team Kazakhstan to make sure they got the space to reset themselves. They need it. They need the support fires coming up from the flanks. Teak tried to cook up the nade to the side of Chua. Feels like a Kobe. It will be a perfect landing, and that's it. The end for the Vietnam team for now, placing themselves at 14 with down to 13 teams only.
Yes, 13 teams in the third circle, and this kind of circles really not favoring any teams, I believe, because like almost fourth of the card of the circle itself is like no man's land, that you can really like securing that area because that is the wall of the Miramar itself. And the next circle is being in a western side area, and it's favoring quite a lot for Egypt now.
On the outskirts of Montenuevo, yep, Egypt got themselves already secured with an airdrop as well. They got a bonus. It's just an extra bonus for them, waiting for the right time to open fire, and all the other teams to be crushed by them when they're gatekeeping them there as well. Back to the side of play zone, finish off Punchers coming up from Titan Gaming of Kazakhstan. They're definitely down to only 3 players out of 4, but he might be revived here, still bleeding out in the blue zone. But Axa finish off, so many players of Kazakhstan being finished off by the blue zone. Now I start to question, are they actually running on foot? Because if they have been trying to go so aggressive, they should have secured a couple of buggies in between.
Oh my god, but it seems like the name keep on showing in the left side of the elimination feed now, but a lot of fight is gonna be happening soon enough because a lot of teams is gonna coming into the circle towards the eastern area of the circle itself. But Team Turkey though, still with 4 of the men, they are still strong, also collecting 3 elimination point already, and also C are collecting the information in terms of regarding of the position of their enemies.
2 teams having the mindset here, Indonesian and also the Pakistan team, moving alongside with the edge of the blue zone. While we have Turkey, comprises of 3 Fireflux players, just behind them, tailing closely behind. Saudi Arabia's Quintana D7 might be gatekeeping. This was Prestige trying to reposition himself in a better spot. Dami on the flank side. Now Prestige heard the gunfire, definitely heard the calls coming up from his teammates. D7 reposition from the backline of Indonesian team. Really agile, being knocked down. This might be a trap for the Indonesian teams.
And I kind of have a deja vu in terms of Indonesia's position right now, but maybe opening a fire towards the team for Team Pakistan now down there, and Team Pakistan really need to set up a the strong defensive now, as well as Team Jordan, because Team Jordan has been spotted down by Team Turkey. So open the position of Team Jordan, especially Leith. Leith is up there, is out there, and Turkey has been locking down the position of Team Jordan.
Only a shack to take cover. Jordan being eliminated, are they? But right now looking over to Indonesia, to Willie trying to actually go for it. He spotted and they got finished. Pakistan being decimated in the hand of the Indonesian team. Back to us, it's not done and dusted yet. As the Turkey team will try to be the housekeeping one, making sure Indonesian teams will be kept at bay. As Catch moving forward, slowly making it torturing. The Indonesian team players cannot even advance. Now where would they go? Maybe can make it, but maybe not. Will they actually from Panther Fire? Catch whiffed it so much. Oh, what a day. Maybe he survived.
Oh my god, but can he survive long enough? Because like the position though so open. Team Iraq has been spotted down maybe, and a lot of shots happening, and also got maybe out of the game now. Indonesia eliminated in the 11th position. Not a good situation for them, because like not only this eliminated in the 11th position, they only got 2 elimination points.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
For now, it's maybe not for now. Close enough, but you know what? Close enough is always a good start for day number 1. Back towards the other team, who's down to 5 on the 5th circle, but still 10 teams remains. As the South Korean player is still going to stay with the shack. We're looking over to Kazakhstan being very naughty, trying to bait them out with that buggy. But it's going to be 2 men in that buggy. It's going to be Tik and also 6 trying to rotate around, but he couldn't take the shot. He couldn't take the hit. Just jumping down. It's going to be Maldives and Egypt versus the side of Kazakhstan.
Oh my god, but Krona though has been spotted down so open, but Krona managed to save himself for now. But Tik has already know the position, but the other side, Turkey, really punishing a lot of teams now, a lot of players, and just like that, Turkey has been pocketed the 6th elimination point.
My, oh my, the Turkish team right now on the steamroll. just getting themselves the highest elimination points, high kill volume, at #1 spot, 4 men well and alive. Well, we do have those teams coming out from the edge of the blue zone, including a South Korean team right now. While Solkid just going to prone down and just making sure he hides within the smoke. The rest of them are trying to do a lot of work. Toxing, taking on Krona. The Egypt being attacked by the Maldives. Lutz spots out both of them. Saudi Arabia coming up, stabbing from behind. Lutz, he still can reset. They can have another go, but will be given the space by Saudi Arabian team. D7 with a mini 14. Skates on, keep pressuring them with nades, tossing one into the other, and they are stuck in the rut for the Turkish team.
Oh my God, this is the bombarding movement that is being made by Saudi Arabia, but they need to be really extra careful because one man down, SK Tone now being knocked down, but the condition for Saudi Arabia is actually not really that bad because they still got a lot of bake-up happening, especially with those grenades. The rain of the grenades itself really messing around with Team Turkey, but Team Turkey still there with one man standing.
It's going to be really pressured by the side of the Turkish team. No mercy being shown at all by the Saudi Arabian. What a brutal play. Aggressive yet bold. Coming out from Dami. Here comes Cerebral PUBG game bot. Shitting out something within the smoke. Maybe the Sri Lankas will be the next target, even though they still have the Turkish team beside them. But it's going to be 2 teams attacked by the side of Saudi Arabia. Now they want for more. They're going to down to Solkay for the side of Turkey. Can he clutch this for the entire team of Turkey? Just next to Prastis, and that's spotted him out. My goodness me, he's been saved by the cloud of smokes. Solkay, he can just backstab Prastis from behind.
Oh my God, is this it? Is this it? The backstab, the grenade has been tossed towards the players from Saudi Arabia. The second grenade though, and this is opening up the Solkay's position actually, but Saudi Arabia got their damage from South Korea itself, but that's it. Solkay has been eliminated not by Saudi Arabia, but by Sri Lanka.
There's also Koreans start to move towards the side of Dami on Saudi Arabian's team. Practice managed to reset a bit, then just gonna revive their teammates. In the meantime, the Brunei's been quiet. They still have 3 players, still we're down to 5 teams. It's gonna be 3v3, 2v2, and it's gonna be Iraq, Sri Lanka, Korea, Brunei, and Saudi Arabia for the last 5 teams in our 6th phase of a circle. In the middle of the road, we do have Iraq and Saudi sharing the same compound. Same goes for the Sri Lankans as well, but the others having a bit of elevations. They're having a great time taking a vintage point.
Exactly, but Sri Lanka though has been knocked down by Team Saudi Arabia now. Has been bombarded by Team Saudi Arabia through the smoke. And I know that SK-Ton has been spotted, the last man standing, Amare from Sri Lanka. And now we have only 4 teams remaining. South Korea is gonna descending down from the hill itself. But Saudi Arabia, the opening now, the bold movement, but they got to pay that with 1 man, or not only 1, but 2 men knocked down, has been eliminated also, but Day7 being the last man standing for Saudi Arabia.
A bit reckless coming up from Saudi Arabia's movement just now. It was unprecedented movement, and even there was a bit too much for them to handle to cross over the open road. Back to the side of Will. He's in the elevations. He got himself quite a few from up there. There's Egypt team below, and there's also Bruneians on his left side. Now, which poison will he pick? Will he pick 2v1 for the Korean side? They have 2 as well. Where is the other player for the South Korean? Brunei, they do have Shako. They do have Piassau to just scout over in a different angle entirely. While the Iraq players kind of stuck between the structures. They have to climb up, like it or not. They have to climb, but it's going to be a tough one. But for Saudi, can he survive there? Here, being eliminated from the play zone. Here comes Shako, tossing out a couple of nades. Maybe not just yet. Just keep the fire on. Just keep on spraying for now, waiting for the Iraq to just walk right in the doorsteps.
Yes, and I think like three teams, Brunei, Iraq, and also South Korea, is gonna only wait for the enemy to do blunder movement, and along with that, also making some aggression towards Team Iraq. One grenade has been tossed, but not really that on point towards Reva himself. But Reva, though, little by little, he moves side to side from his side now towards his teammates. But South Korea still got will to defend the right area of the defensive area that South Korea got.
Less than 100 meters apart, maybe even less than 50 meters. Happens to be have two airdrops in between. Nobody gonna reach there so far.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bait. Piazza and Shako and different slopes of the hill, while we have Will on Korea's side do have a different angle entirely. Kalaga try to climb up. They'll be fighting against each other. It's going to be Iraq versus Korea first. Now, will they be the third party for Bruneians? Nobody given enough attention for them. Iraq hop onto the buggy. Uriel to get down on Piazza first. Down to only one person. Can Shako do it for Brunei? Here comes Iraq. They want to be the third person. They want to be the third party. Will with M416. Just gonna have a bit of a restart, boosting up himself to have the last push between these three teams here. Brunei resetting themselves to 2 men again. All equal odds here. 2v2v2 between Brunei, Iraq, and Korea. Reva cooking up the nade, hoping it will be a Kobe, but will it connect?
No, not yet, but I really love how Reva is actually like making or taking the advantage though, but South Korea losing one man from them, but only left with Uriel for now. Will 2 is gonna take as an elimination point for Team Iraq, and Team Iraq somehow able to climb the hill up.
Here comes a Molotov, hoping it will burn out Shako. Another one being dropped. Reva keep pressuring him. Shako getting down. Kalaga. It's down to only one more. Where is Korea? He's still at the steep of the slopes. He real just hiding himself out. My goodness me. It's going to be another reset for Iraq. He's still going to revive. Nobody trying to push forward. Shako. Just one more nade. They don't have nades anymore. They ran out of utilities. All they have is just boosters coming out from Shako. He wants to go for it. We can feel it. Here comes the last molly. And Uriel just gonna barricade himself with a minivan. My goodness. Where's the circle favoring? It's right in the center of everybody else.
Yes, no one is favored by the circle for now. And in 10 seconds, we're gonna see the 9th, the final circle. And this is gonna be like the final dance between 3 of the teams. And I really love how they really hang on their place for now, especially for Brunei. Brunei didn't even make a single initiative in terms of war towards the other 2 of the teams, Korea and also Iraq.
The calm before the storm. Piazza almost shredded his helmet. Might spot it out Uriel. He definitely knows. Uriel is there somewhere. The blue zone start to close in. Oh, Uriel. This is not Sunhawk. He's spotted out. Kalaga got it. It's not Piazza. Kalaga secured one more elimination in the last minute. My goodness, here comes mono to mono. 2v2. Shako is down. Down to Reva. Taking on one. And Brunei. What a fight. It was last minute 2v1. What a composure shown by the last 2 players of Brunei. What a game.
What a game. A lot of stalemate happening in the last game, in the closing game for today. But Brunei once again got their Miramar. This is like the second winner chicken dinner for Brunei. And it is happening in Miramar as well. Again. So yeah, we witnessing like the King of Erangel and as well as the King of Miramar for the first day. What a day.
I mean, Uriel trapped himself in the corner with a minivan. But in the meantime, the Iraq team got the advantage when it comes to the manpower, but they just couldn't push forward due to the terrain itself. Geographically speaking, it's just so hard for them to push up the hill if we compare with how the Bruneians placed themselves just now. But what a perfect execution done by the last member Piazza of the Brunei Darussalam team.
Yeah, they deserve this a lot. They deserve this win a lot because like we can see how calm they were in this game, especially in the last game. And with Iraq doing like some of the movements, some of the little aggressive, more aggressive movement than the other two teams remaining. That between Brunei and also Team South Korea. And after that, they got the chance, they got the opportunity to make things out for Team Iraq, and they executed it really well.
So far, the eliminations, nobody hitting the double digits yet. What we do have an average of 5, 6, and 7 here. Egypt, Jordan, and Vietnam didn't secure any sort of eliminations in this round, but Vietnam, the only team, goes away with only nothing here.
Yeah.
And the rest of the team do actually get themselves at least 1 point in the back. But the thing is, if you notice in the last moment of the highlight just now, how the Team Iraq movement are just moving in the same direction of both of them. If you compare with the Bruneians just now, it's so different. Like, Shaka was taking the heat and taking the bullet for the side of Piazza.
Yeah.
And Piazza coming up different angle entirely. What a nice coordination between the players. It's just something that you can achieve with a lot of trust.
Yeah, that is a perfect chemistry coming from Brunei in the last game or the last dance that we saw. You mentioned it, like how they really like doing the tag team really well, actually also. But after we see the result for the team in the last or the closing game for today, overall statistic here, longest distance elimination.
Wow.
From
Wow.
Puncher, 475 meters. This is the highest so far.
Throughout the entire tournament, the highest we get is like 428. This is almost half a kilometer.
Yeah.
This is 500. I just rounded up 500 meters.
Yeah, 500 meters now.
What are you shooting with? Laser guns?
What actually Puncher did in the game, actually, oh my god. I'm actually like kind of curious. Puncher being Puncher towards like all of the enemy. But this is it, the MVP of the match, Uriel from South Korea, collecting 4 total elimination points with 660 damage, and also heals only about 260 average survival time, of course, until the end, 26 minutes and 47 seconds. Uriel, congratulations.
And you know what? He survived so long by himself.
Alone.
It's a very lonely road.
Yeah.
And it's not a happy one. Back to our top 4 teams when it comes to Miramar in our last match of day number 1 there. Definitely Brunei. When it comes to Miramar, they are the kings by far. But if you compare with Iraq, Saudi, as well as Korea, they've been playing so well up to this point. Look at their utilities. Everybody got themselves quite a number to be used here.
Yeah, look at that total damage as well. Saudi Arabia and also South Korea is actually having a number higher rather than Team Brunei himself. So that's why we can see from this Saudi Arabia and South Korea actually very aggressive in this last game or the closing game. So yeah, really well played for all of the teams that playing for this day. How can you wrap things up for the first day, Choo Choo?
No, we're not going to wrap things up. We're not done yet. We're going to jump straight into day 2.
Oh yeah, let's go then. On to the 6th game for now.
It feels so fast. It feels so fast today.
Is it right? Is it right?
It feels the games are so good up to the point that we don't feel it's long at all. There's always fight every single minute, every single second.
Yeah, from the earliest time of the game itself. So yeah, it's been like quite a lot of fun that I can watch in terms of the game itself in this past 5 games, and I cannot really wait what is gonna happening for tomorrow as the second day, because after this day, after today, the first day, I believe that a lot of team is gonna like have a really big evaluation going on around them. So the evaluation is gonna be like the weapon for them to be better tomorrow.
Now, what's most important is gonna be overall rankings. Now, I have a feeling when it comes to Miramar tomorrow, Brunei team, be careful.
Yeah.
You have bullseye behind your back. You're gonna be a target. Same goes for Chinese Taipei and Vietnam, maybe even when it comes to Irango. So when it comes to Sanhok is still sort of a wild card game, but Vietnam actually we just have Sanhok once per day anyway. So I mean, like the teams right now, if they got themselves in the top spot, I have a feeling tomorrow will be very different because a lot of teams will try to take them down.
Exactly. That's why they need to be really extra careful for them for tomorrow. And tomorrow is gonna be like a whole different story. I can say because a lot of team has learned their lesson. And while we're waiting for the overall leaderboard, who do you think is gonna be like the king of leaderboard for now?
I mean, like based on performance as well as position and rankings, I'm feeling Brunei might actually get themselves in top. Definitely they are top. I mean, like maybe number 1 or 2 because they are aggressive. They are good in positioning. So if you compare with Chinese Taipei, who's actually... never mind, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, Chinese Taipei. You're taking number 1 spot with 1 point shy.
Yeah.
Only 1 point difference.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait,
You know what?
Wait.
That's a fake one.
That's a fake one. I'm
That's a
sorry.
fake one.
We're sorry, everybody. We're gonna have the updated version for now in terms of total point.
I heard the uproar from the players. Everybody's like, oh, you know the uproar. Just now, that was right just now. And when my manager calculated, he said that was actually right. But you know what? That might be just as close when it comes to first, second place.
Yeah.
Imagine if we all 3 days and the final day point, it will be not that much difference.
Only one gap point.
If this first and second 1 point different, it's going to be $20,000 of costing that 1 point.
Yeah, that was a nightmare for them actually. But here it is. Actually, in terms of Chinese Taipei and Team Brunei, there are nothing different in terms of total points. 62 for Chinese Taipei and Team Brunei 61.
Wait. Look at this. Chinese Taipei, Brunei, and Turkey, all 3 of them having the same elimination numbers.
Oh.
The only difference is going to be the rank point. If you compare with the Jordans, they are way better when it comes to positioning because they got the most position ranking. It's just difference when it comes to elimination.
Yes. 15 total elimination only been pocketed by Jordan, but I'm gonna look for Team Indonesia now. Well, we're gonna like rewind that later on.
Yeah, but also if you guys notice about the overall rankings right now, the Kazakhstan team is actually the most aggressive one. Even though it's just 1 point shy, but it's still a point anyways, right? So Kazakhstan getting themselves the most elimination points by 29 points, and the rest of them just 28. So it's safe to say right now, I'm sorry Chinese Taipei, 对不起, okay? 你们还不错. So basically what I say, I'm sorry, you guys are awesome. So basically,
You are.
They are the teams up there are the teams right now in the first. They balance out positions and eliminations. They can get both.
Yeah, exactly. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the result of the first day. What an amazing day, up and down. I can see from the very starting of the day today. It's been fun.
It's been incredible. I mean, like, I'm in awe. Like, look at how the team's going full all out. PMGC team or not, who cares? Here, everybody have a clean slate.
Yeah, actually. So, well, we're gonna have a look once again for overall rankings. It's only like the difference between the flag because like the previous one is having a little bit of a glitch in terms of the flag as well. But Indonesia though, 14th place for now. 22 total elimination point. They got a little bit of a hard work for tomorrow, I believe.
And also same goes for Egypt. Come on, guys, yell for Egypt players because they are the only team with single digit so far in the overall ranking. The only team with 6 right now, a lot to catch up to do. And same goes for Sri Lankan players. They're having the double digit, but the only team that's not reaching the 20s yet. If you compare with the first and second page, look at how big the difference is right now. Halfway up to the 9th place, just around 30 points almost from Vietnam to Taipei's different, Chinese Taipei's difference. If you look at back-to-back between these 2 pages.
Yes, exactly. But talking about Team Egypt, though, the group stage, they placed 8th actually, and they played. Even though in the first games of the group stage they didn't really make a big of a movement or a big of a gameplay, but the later game is actually making a big impact towards Team Egypt.
That's true.
Yeah, and I cannot really wait to see Egypt's action actually tomorrow because for today, talking about Egypt, they're still strong, but in terms of the rotation, they are quite unfortunate.
Yeah, a bit peculiar if you ask me regarding the position sometimes. A bit odd, but sometimes maybe that's them adjusting. But also, the only team that getting themselves a chicken in the second position is going to be Vietnam team. Now, I have a feeling that tomorrow is going to be very different, but I think that's it. We have to wrap things up for our first day.
Yes, and because of that, and just like that, after we see the overall result, overall rankings, we're going to toss it back to our amazing host, which is Mas Gerso, Mas Geri Eka. Take it away.
Thank you once again, Chuchu and Dona Fiska. And that's it, everyone. All of the match for today. Day 1, Grand Final of PUBG Mobile on IESF 14 World Esports Championship has been played. And as you know from the table, China's Taipei is the leader in Day 1. So, before we close the event of the day, I would like to inform you that this event can be held by support from our government sponsors. So thank you once again to Kemenparekraf, Kemenpora, KONI, and OC Indonesia, and of course, Wonderful Indonesia. That's it for today. So we're going to meet again at tomorrow, still on day 2, Grand Final PUBG Mobile on IESF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022. But for our Indonesian fellow over there, I have one question. If yesterday we were talking about ayam, today we're going to talking about buah. So buah-buah apa yang bikin semua talent PUBG Mobile termasuk saya senang dan gembira? Tidak tahu? Jawabannya adalah buah. Kita selesai lebih cepat. Thank you once again. I'll see you around, guys. Goodbye.
It's my game. It's my world. It's my community. We believe in unity. It's my game.